Mario versus Snake, although there's a chance that Ismon goes to Falco. I don't know if he prefers that in the matchup, but I feel like Falco is when you look at the very surface level analysis, you'll say, oh yeah, no, he's got a frame one reflector and he can jump really high, so he should be able to do okay. But then you think about how he's able to apply those things in the matchup, and it's not the best.
It's not like
so we'll see. Well,
it's not like you're reflecting projectiles directly back at Snake. You're just getting them off your back.
Basically, you just are allowed to recover against Nikita sometimes.
Yes.
So
sometimes.
But we are going to see Ismon give it a shot here, starting off on Smashville,
and we
crawling immediately under those
KK
lasers.
Slider on the stage now as well. So we're chilling, man. And yeah, like you said, man, the Falco gonna be the choice in game one. I think that Wario probably does a better job of getting in on Snake, but Falco, again, you know, you're allowed to play the game against Snake.
Yeah, Falco can definitely play the patient game. You won't get those crazy Falco combos that you're used to seeing, and we saw Ismon already demonstrating a lot of patience in the matchup by going for a small extension and waiting for the grenade pull to continue the landing trap.
It's going to be all about how he can keep Razor in that disadvantage. Or, sorry, not Razor, AvoiD. Apologies if I've been getting that wrong the entire time. But yeah, no, AvoiD with this Snake, I think that it's all about controlling his own zone and not worrying about how Ismon is planning on getting into it, because the boxing tools from Snake are still really good. Even if he's able to get around the projectiles, he's still got quick hitboxes.
The Nikita point blank?
Why not, dude?
Sure, that gets the job done. Waiting for a spot dodge that never came. Now AvoiD.
Nice,
look at the
wiggle.
Woo.
Still able to get through. I don't think he hit the Nikita. I think he just got through.
And even if the Nikita was still wiggling there, multi-hits of that move are able to kind of fight through it sometimes.
It's got an iffy, though. Now that high recovery, you know, even against Falco, who has lots of hops, he can get up there quicker than most people can.
Right, the mix-up there was the fast fall air dodge, made it difficult. Some solid recovery out of Ismon to deal with this Nikita.
All right, eating a bunch of these lasers. AvoiD's going to take right back to the floor to try to make up that zone, but Ismon hasn't really been bothered by, you know, AvoiD approaching him at all. And now that he's got the lead, or at least it looks like he might have the lead based on the way they've been playing right there, he's going to have it. He hasn't been worried about the Snake approaching him, and I think that he's been playing very well by sticking in the corner, and AvoiD just wants to play the game.
Here we go. Waiting, both of the players smart, waiting for the grenade to blow up and shield.
Lasers coming out once again, and lasers are really good against Snake because he has such poor sideways mobility that you know, it's hard for him to get around them unless he has, you know, that middle platform. But right there, AvoiD is going to be able to take that first stock, not without a pretty big deficit though. I mean, definitely going into that second stock of his, Ismon put on some big damage. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
And again, Falco with all those hops makes it a lot less safe for AvoiD to just recover up there.
Ismon's use of these lasers is actually really smart to force AvoiD into approaching him, which Snake does not do well. AvoiD is trying to find his way to go for, you know, crawling under it, go for dash attacks. Now he's playing around the platform to avoid these lasers, but Ismon is still playing tag with him.
Well, I think the big thing is that when he's on the platform, all he really has is the ability to throw grenades, and Ismon, again, still has that frame one reflector. Not only that, it's frame one. I mean, it's disjointed, too.
Yeah, you just kick it at him.
Yeah. Okay, trades right there on the hitboxes.
Smart on Ismon, though, to hold shield there because, you know, actually up close, Snake is better at scrapping.
And again, I think that's one of the reasons why I think, you know, that frame one reflector is not as much of a factor as you would expect with such a projectile-heavy character, like the use of the Nikita to get another falling hitbox right there, without just resorting to those grenades, leaving them available to B reverses. Right now, Ismon, man.
AvoiD is not recognizing Ismon's willingness to hold shield. He's really just searching for spot dodges, rolls, defensive options that aren't coming, and he's giving Ismon opportunities to get out.
Stuck in the corner. That up tilt is a commit. AvoiD's been surviving on this last stock pretty well, but still got to be so careful against a character like Falco, who has so many quick kill options like that back air, for example. And I would have been unsurprised to see it there in that out of shield scenario.
Yeah, back air is actually a lot slower in this game than it used to be in Smash 4, like frame 8 now.
And you know what? It's also prudent to note that Falco's going to hit that max jump height so quickly that he probably won't even hit Snake anyways.
Yeah, very difficult to do out of shield, but that down smash hits low enough for sure and fast enough to punish that whiff forward smash.
Yeah, whiff forward smash, you know, maybe not on whiff, but if you see the RPG coming out, you've got some time.
Yeah. giving him big opportunities there. I mean, he was fiending for that forward smash, recognizing this is, I need to make a big play to catch this, right? Maybe trying to catch a poor phantasm coming out of Ismon, but smartly he recognizes I can go high, no problem.
Just be afraid for AvoiD recovering high against the Falco, and I don't know. I feel like Smashville was definitely not the stage for Snake to have in that matchup. I feel like just being up close so much, even though it's not necessarily in a boxing scenario, you still have Falco being able to toss out that reflector and put pressure on Snake, whereas normally on a stage like this, he's going to have to kind of think about how he wants to approach a Snake on a platform.
We'll see. Look, that frame 1 disjointer reflector was able to alleviate any offstage pressure. That's nice. Both players spot dodging, but the up tilt of Ismon coming out faster than anything that AvoiD was able to present.
And you know, when you see both players pick a defensive option like that, it really goes to show just how much experience they have with each other, that they already respect those offensive options, and that they've scouted that out even through that game 1, that, okay, we both really want to play this game right now, so how about we slow that down? Again, defensive options are so good in this game.
And Ismon has been holding shield for a hot minute in game 1. Now he's mixing in a lot more spot dodges that AvoiD isn't ready for, and he's catching him with punishes of these up tilt.
They catching both of these guys, Ismon and AvoiD. Nice catch on that roll. That could have been a reaction.
That was a strong punish on it too. Finally finding these defensive options that he has been looking for on Ismon.
There we go. C4 down in the right center of the stage. Ismon's probably seen it by now, but that back air gonna catch AvoiD, crossing him up by accident with that dash attack. So we're at a super even game, and it's interesting to see that now in Town and City, Ismon's pretty content to sit on those platforms, much like AvoiD was content to sit on the platform in Smashville.
Yeah, but that grenade coming through, like I was saying earlier, will immediately end the Falco combos, so you don't get all this crazy damage, but you still do get a juggle if you're able to end the combo early and reset.
Ooh, AvoiD. I don't know about immediately dashing into the center stage. When you see a Snake like MVD or Salem, for example, when they get that down throw, they'll usually walk a little bit out of that get-up attack range, but they won't dash because you can react to that dash if you get down throwed by Snake, and then you can just roll away from him and not worry about him getting a punish on you.
Down smash doesn't come out in time, so we see Ismon taking control of center stage. As he deal with the ledge trap, doesn't have a lot. Falco doesn't have the best ledge trapping tools.
What he has is a big combo game. It's not always against a character like Snake.
I love the directional knowledge there, recognizing he can't just land on that plat without the C4 on it. The C4's been dragged away, though, so I believe it should be back online for AvoiD to drop another one.
Yeah, he can drop it wherever he wants to. Once that C4 hits that blast zone, it's gone. And look at that, AvoiD is already added with these explosions. Both of these guys sitting at 2 stocks. And like you said, Neighbor, this game is all about that stage control, because if Falco has to fight for it, it can be tough. But the moment that AvoiD gets into disadvantage where he feels like he needs to be high, where he needs to be in that helpless state, Falco has got the hops.
And look, multi-hit, but still, so when a multi-hit move hits Nikita, or when Nikita gets hit to be deactivated, you can mash that R button to reactivate Nikita, and it'll still blow up.
Okay, good to know.
So any of those situations where, like even if, it was a single hit move, even if Falco back air hit and deactivated Nikita, you can just press it again and reactivate. But with multi-hits in particular, you just get hit as a punish.
Right, yeah. All right. A lot of grenades up close right now from AvoiD. He's definitely playing in the zones that they occupy, and that's actually been getting him a lot of friendly fire. Like, I feel like half of the percent that AvoiD has taken has been from his own grenades. He hasn't been really good at playing around his own placements.
And now stuck at this ledge again. We'll see what Ismon's able to do. Punishes that neutral get up into the shield. Chasing really high.
That'd be so scary for AvoiD right now. He could potentially be sitting on his last stock of the entire tournament. Back throw. Yep, get the Falco off stage. And I like the usage of the high Nikita, yeah.
And early recovery from Ismon as well. Not even just going for a...
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
2 times he's
just
read that
waited for
roll. 2 times. He's like, all right, a roll's going to come. And I'm positive that I can react to this with my frame 6 up tilt.
Yep, and that's AvoiD also paying attention to the fact that, like you said, the stage control is so important in the matchup to set up positions where Snake has to take to the skies. So Ismon rolling to center, trying to get that maximum control, but it was baited out, waited on by AvoiD to get that up tilt, get that game.
And it's tough for Falco, right? Like, characters that traditionally perform well against Snake have viable burst movement options, you know, aside from the roll to get some stage control back. Like Wolf, for example, has amazing aerial drift, and so he can use that to kind of cross up Snake. But Falco, his only other burst movement option, given that his air acceleration is kind of wonky, would be the Phantasm. But if AvoiD is shielding, like that situation, you just bonk in front of him and you get up tilted all at the same time.
Here we go, seeing a late delayed up air, trying to catch a late bomb pull, but eventually AvoiD was able to break out with grenade.
Now at the ledge. This time, AvoiD definitely picking up a nice ledge trap and respecting his own mortar getting reflected. It's nice to see Snakes not get totally foolhardy, and that C4 just barely missed. Wow.
Back throw sets up an up smash, but down tilt doesn't combo the way that he wants him to.
I don't know about the use of the up smash, the way that he did that there. We haven't been seeing a lot of high recoveries from Ismon.
Well, he was trying to set up with the down tilt. The down tilt sent the wrong way, but it would have comboed into it.
Okay, I see. Not smart from him, but man, smart of him to once again just patiently wait out these rolls. Again, whenever Ismon wants to get that stage control, he's got to commit to something, and AvoiD is the kind of player that has the reaction time to get right in. And look at this. Even without the lead, Ismon is plenty happy to pull out any all sort of Cyan attack. Wow.
And I love that he was so willing to do that, because that's the kind of pressure that forces an opponent to crack, realizing, like, this is annoying. I don't want to deal with this.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Forward smash, can two-frame.
Yeah, sure
it's
can.
a very scary move, but that was just barely mistimed by AvoiD.
Coming off the grenade there as well, getting so much damage.
Alley-oop, dude. We're at the slam dunk contest right now, and I'd be afraid to see that with that Barbarian slice off stage. Not that AvoiD goes for many of those forwarders.
Ismon had put on so much pressure on that last stock, totally controlling the pace, but then AvoiD just completely turned it around.
I think it's been more that AvoiD has been noticing the things that aren't working for him more than he's been working with things that noticing the things that are working for Ismon and shutting those down. Where, for example, these recoveries, he's terminating them in different spots, and he's using his throws differently. Like back throw and forward throw, he normally at the beginning did a lot of those on Ismon just to get him off stage, but Ismon's been so good at recovering around Nikita that he's only getting them where it comes to him and not trying to actively set up the situations.
That up tilt is a big whiff. You got to be careful, makes your body huge. Horizontally, so that back air was a free punish. Ismon finally taking a lead in this game. Forward throw going to make him recover from very far away, but his drift is nice.
Nice, yeah. Again, the forward throws to set up for the Nikitas just haven't been working as much for AvoiD. That's going to be a true combo right there. So we're at the last stock of this game in between these two. This is last loser's quarters match as well.
And we see that little baby percent lead for Ismon, so he's shooting that gun.
Oh, what
that
a parry!
Yep, gets the Nair combo into the back air. No grenade comes out for AvoiD to avoid the combo.
Yeah, I'm amazed that Ismon didn't get anything else after that air dodge to ledge, because at that kind of horizontal position, most Snakes will tend to go straight forward rather than that high recovery.
Right, you know, potential down smash, potential down air, but luckily for AvoiD, he was able to find his feet and firmly plant them back on the ground.
Now we're sitting in an even game, and Ismon once again taking to that I will sit in the corner and throw many shiny blue things at you and see if you'll come to me. But I think AvoiD has definitely learned his lesson after last time. Good low recovery, but Nair is such a big setup for him. Nikita went off stage, I guess. I thought it was going to land on Ismon.
Okay, dropped another C4.
Woo!
Controlling that left side of the stage, really forcing Ismon out of the corner here.
Well, the scary there is that Ismon decided to roll away from the Snake, and he rolled right into the range of the C4, and that's where he's been getting blown up, unintended, for most of his stocks.
Up throw sets up an up air. Not a lot more can he chase this high up, using those grenades to mix up the landing, and that up tilt does eventually find its mark. AvoiD taking this 2-0, or 2-1 rather. He was down a game. It started up 1 for Ismon, but AvoiD brought those next 2 back.
And again, I think that he was just making the personal adaptations where he was finding, okay, Ismon is really good at doing these specific things with Falco, and I need to avoid them. And I think especially you saw that after that, God, that was a totally unintentional pun, I'm sorry. I normally don't apologize for puns, but I think that player tag puns are cheap, even though I did make an intentional one earlier. But what I'm saying is that AvoiD did a really good job to say, okay, I'm going to try to actively not put myself in these situations where Ismon has shown to be really slippery, really hard to lock down. And we saw that especially at the end of that Game 3, where the first time AvoiD was getting camped by the reflectors and the lasers in the corner.